Hi, I'm Meinu Vaid. The book I want to review today for you guys is one of the books from that pile only. This is by Tanushree Podder, and this is Spooky Stories. Alright, so the premise is very simple. Herein, a writer has to travel to his friend who is a forest ranger. It's in a distant place, and he, being a writer, he's looking for some inspiration there. Unfortunately, he's robbed of his belongings. Somebody picks up his bag and, they run away into the forest, and he decides to follow that man. And that is how he ends up in a very old, dilapidated railway station, uh, in a place, which is totally deserted. He has no idea of his bearings. There is no electricity, but he ends up amongst 12 other people. There are 13 of them in total, and they all decide to pass the time by telling each other spooky stories. So each chapter is basically a story told by one of those characters. The end, as you might guess, is quite predictable. We have all seen Ramsay movies, so we all know what's gonna happen, right? But then that apart, I loved the story so much so that at one point I got so spooked that I thought I heard someone. But one special thing, I must show you one of those things are the illustrations herein. They are so interesting and so beautifully done. I think it's by Kaveri Gopalakrishnan, if I'm correct. Let me just check. Yeah, and they are beautiful. I love the sketches. Just look at this. How pretty it is. They all seem to be charcoal sketches, very beautifully created in the book, and every story has at least one of them. I love them. So I'm sure you'll enjoy these stories because I did. Anybody who loves, horror as a genre, I love horror as a genre, and I'm always up for something that is, bone chilling. And I really enjoyed the book. So, all the stories were interesting, and at some point, I felt as if they could have been true also, the way they were described. But then I read it's just a fiction. So, but then kudos to the writer. I really enjoyed indulging in these stories and enjoyed these illustrations a lot. Look at the book cover also. You must admire it, how beautifully it has been created, isn't it? I hope you agree. So now I bid adieu and catch you soon.